Well, we've had so much weather in recent days, and we've got more coming in tonight. A very powerful system off to the west here. You see the big, long line of thunderstorms that has been a prolific severe weather producer already today in the Central Plains, coming up through southwestern Missouri. And so, closer look for you right now. We've got a line of storms that's not very far away. We're seeing a tornado warning just outside of St. Louis right now. That's certainly possible tonight. And then farther westward, you see the big line that is now beginning to approach the western counties in our area. And so we're looking at primarily a damaging wind threat along with that. That's going to be moving in before very long. So there is now a tornado watch in effect. And within that area, we're looking at the possibility of tornadoes, also 80-mile-per-hour wind, and large hail, 2-inch hail, which is larger than golf ball size hail. All of that is possible, and that is going through 3 o'clock in the morning, includes Mount Vernon, Carbondale, the 57 corridor, the 55 corridor, and then farther westward into Poplar Bluff. These areas near Poplar Bluff are going to get into the weather more quickly. Again, that big line is just off to the west of Poplar Bluff. Now, seeing these cells right here, as they're going to be passing off to the northwest, it may be that we don't get into that weather, but rather we start to get into that line of storms. If it's a more linear feature that's coming through tonight, that's going to mean a greater risk of wind damage and hail, but certainly there's the possibility that there could be some embedded circulations within that. So here's our future cast. I want you to notice the color in here. That color is the instability. There's the legend right there. So when we're getting into that sort of deeper color, that is indicating moderate instability. There's a lot of available fuel for these storms as they come in. So they'll continue to be very vigorous deep into the night. And we're going to be watching this closely as this happens. So these storms are going to be entirely capable of producing damaging wind and large hail and possibly tornadoes. Then into the early morning hours, we see more storms going here, but we're seeing a little less instability. So it's not quite as vigorous tomorrow morning. But then in the afternoon, the instability increases once again. And we get another round of strong and severe storms coming in the afternoon tomorrow, and then things finally do begin to settle down going into tomorrow evening. Flash flood risk is going to be higher for the southwestern part of our area going through tonight. That's the severe risk for tomorrow. The greatest severe risk is going to be in the southeastern part of our area into Paducah and also into parts of Kentucky. Flash flood risk will also continue into tomorrow as well. And then again, in the wake of all that, things settle down. It gets a little windy going into Wednesday, but much quieter weather for the second half of the week. Not going to see much weather coming in at all. So for tonight, severe thunderstorms are likely. Tomorrow, we're expecting 83. Again, severe storms. A lot of rain on the way. And here's a look at the next 7 days. Much nicer, much quieter weather Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Chance of rain and storms over the weekend.